The Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition and the Golf R, the GTI and the GTI Clubsport have all had price increases recently, and I've just sort of noticed this. So I kind of wanted to discuss it with you. I've shared these cars plenty on the channel, and yeah, I'm filming this on the 1st of May 2025. And yeah, just discuss, the price increase and what it kind of means. So yeah, this is in the UK. So as you can see on the screen, I've actually got like the virtual studio up, so I'm going to go through that, which is a really cool configurator on the German Volkswagen sites. But essentially, even from a GTE, it's now over £40,000. But let's talk about the petrol powered, those 2 litre EA 888s. So 40,735 for a base spec GTI, 43,075 for a base spec GTI Clubsport. The standard GTI Mark 8.5 is 265 PS. The standard GTI Clubsport is 296 PS. We then go to the standard R, which is 333 PS, £45,660, and the R Black Edition is 46,910, also 333 PS, but it comes with the 19-inch Estoril black wheels. It comes with a delimited top speed. You get the mirror caps in black. You get the radiator grille in black. You get darkened headlights, and you get the discs, the calipers in black, and you get the performance pack as standard for the Black Edition. And that's essentially a little bit of a price increase. And are these cars getting into sort of phases where they're just potentially just they're becoming different to what hot hatches used to be, certainly for me. I mean, I'm sort of like a 90s person, and dream of owning a hot hatch was brilliant, and I was fortunate enough to get one when I was 22. I got a Fiesta ST and I loved it, and I've had my Mark 7 Golf R now for 8 years, since 2017. And yeah, so first of all, straight away, I'm really interested to know your thoughts in the comments. If you don't want to go through the rest of this kind of configurator, I'm very interested to know what you kind of think about it all. And yeah, let's have a little bit of a check. And are those prices? Yeah, I'm sort of like I love the car, and I love how it can be used for so many different purposes. I'm just wondering if it's sort of like lost its sort of original kind of purpose, I guess. And yeah, here's the car. Here's the Golf R, the Mark 8.5. Now, this is a standard Mark 8.5. This is in lapis blue. The Varminal wheels, pan roof, a Krapovich exhaust, the blue calipers, which I actually think is really, really interesting. And you can do so many cool things with this configurator. That's why I kind of like it, and I wanted to share it with you. It's super kind of cool to go through if I can kind of remember everything to kind of check with. The one cool thing is you can turn the lights, and that looks pretty special. I've seen one recently, and I shared in my previous video, one with a gloss black roof, and I really, really like that. Yeah, you can kind of play around from there. You can change sort of like the wheels, whatever you kind of want from it, the Varminal. What I was going to say about the Golf R that I found interesting is that hardly any of them have the blue calipers or the blue bar or the chrome mirrors, which is signature for the Golf R, because everyone's just gone for the Black Edition. So they've kind of marketed it in quite a bit of an interesting way. I quite like the silver on the Varminal wheels. The standard 18-inch Duriz wheels looks pretty good, and you can get the Estorils in black or in chrome as well. There's lots to it. The standard exhaust or the R Performance exhaust as well changes on the Black Edition. You obviously get the chrome badges as well, as opposed to Black Edition style. So price increase. Let's talk about it while we're kind of going through it, because I'm not kind of like definitely not oblivious to it when it comes to sharing content on my channel, because I would love to share cars which are basically kind of attainable. And I did sort of see a few deals on lease, but you add it up and it's a lot of money. And there's a lot of cars out there. If you don't have a family, a sports car is probably the way I would be looking for now. That's kind of, you're going to get a little bit more engagement than you are from the Golf. As great as kind of the car is. And there are some compromises with this. I found the turning circle, if I'm honest with you, pretty horrendous. If you want those quick sort of like turning the roads, And the ride can be firm if you don't have the dynamic chassis control, which is another thing. To get the options in, it is going to kind of increase it. But I don't want to have like a downer on it all, because I mean, I've seen a car and I shared it in my last video, and it was 39,990 and it was 3,000 miles. It was standard Golf R, and it looks really, really nice. And it had the Varminor wheels as well. And, you know, perhaps there's things to be done on that. You know, RRP price just seems to be thrown out the window sometimes, I feel. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is just, is it time to sort of phase out and say goodbye to these kind of cars? Because what I've been thinking in my head is that maybe they'll sort of change the quality of them. And what I mean by that is because they're at such a high price point, maybe they'll be like, you know, we'll try and get this car on the move, because it does look pretty cool when it's kind of trundling along. When you're sort of looking to get a car and you have that amount of money to spend, you expect really, really high quality. And I've noticed with the 8.5, they did increase the quality of it, but it still had some few gremlins over the Mark 8, maybe a little bit too scratchy plastics. Not too sure on the giant screens. I'm very much more of a minimalist person from my personal point of view. I'm curious about models that are going to come. You know, I'm quite excited. You know, there's the Golf R Clubsport, the 50th. I've kind of heard a few things about that. I heard a few rumours. Rumours such as, and again, none of this is confirmed, I think the Golf R Clubsport, the 50th, I think it's going to be in Tornado Red. That's what I've heard. Hey, yeah, secret information there, if it does happen. And like the seats are going to have a different colour to them. And, you know, I don't know if the Golf R Clubsport is going to come out. That would be quite cool. But then those cars are going to be, you know, a high price. I have seen a lot of Mark 8 Golf Rs on the used market for sale. I saw 245 when I checked on Auto Trader. That's a lot of cars. So it's not a car that's, you know, if you're looking at an investment good for residuals, forget it. Just it's not the car to go for, which is a bit of a shame. But you can't really have it all. Let's move a little bit to the Golf R Black Edition here. And the Black Edition has certainly been the more popular variant out of them all, with the black calipers, the fact that you get the performance pack as standard. You know, I've always kind of said if you want the performance pack, you're probably better off just going for the Black Edition, because you're getting those wheels as well, which is a cost option. And yeah, you get the performance pack, you get the delimited speed. And yeah, I think as standard it comes in white as well. So if we just change the color to pure white, there we go. This one's got the pan roof. You can go for a pure white with the gloss black roof as well. Looks quite tidy. And then you get the black exhaust tips shown at the back. We've got the lights on, but you can turn the lights off and you can see the black badge. Yeah, cool car. And that's actually probably my pick. I would just go, because I would probably just go with no options. A no options Black Edition and see if you can get a deal for it. Get it in white. And actually, I'm meeting up with someone on Sunday at an event. Actually, I say an event. I might leave it in the description, actually. If you're local to where I am in Hertfordshire, you might be able to come along. It's just a free sort of cars and coffee kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm still sort of processing this in my head, where I'm kind of at. When I got a Golf R in 2017, it was like, great. And I said to myself, wow, this car could last me till like 2025. And well, lo and behold, we're in 2025. Does it make as much sense now? I'm not so sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, a car like this, as much as I love it, is just... it's eye-watering, the price. That's my personal opinion. And yes, I've seen that lease deals can be had for 350 quid or whatever, but you give the car back after 3 years and you have nothing other than the 3 years of experience, don't get me wrong. So I guess that's where I'm kind of at. And ultimately, and I mean this in the nicest way, it's a Golf. there's limitations to what it can kind of do. The base platform is a Mark 8.5 Golf. As much as I love the car so much, for the best part of £50,000, it's getting into, yeah, a bit of an interesting territory. But this is a little bit of maybe a ranty video, and I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Just have it out in the comments. Leave me or chat in the comments to see where you think it's at. Is it sustainable in the future, the hot hatch? I've heard a few things coming back. I think Hyundai are going to come back with the i30N, potentially having like a hybrid now. Petrol's not now dead. I've been seeing adverts, which I saw an advert from Nissan, and they literally put a big bold letter: "This car is not electric. It's petrol, which powers an electric motor." And it just shows where the world is going. I think the petrol car still has time and life. Just got to get kind of like the price right. And it's the same in other regions as well. I know America have got it now as well. And you don't know how. Oh, wow. That's a cool color. I don't know what it's done there. Oh, it's race. Oh, you can choose yourself. Well, this is cool. My avatar is being generated. Well, I'm curious about this. What the heck is this? Wow. Just wow. So the car is driving. Well, that was interesting. 4.6 sec. Wow, they've really... See, this is the kind of quirky stuff I love, and it's not on the... I never understand it. It's not on the UK configuration. Maybe we're a bit too boring, but it's on the German. There's your classic B road. Yeah. Okay. That's basically the video. I wanted to share with you the price increase in the UK, and is it now just, you know how you have your boundaries and your limits, and for me it's now over. That's my feelings on this car, and I would like to know your thoughts in the comments, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And yeah, there is more content to come. Actually, I've got an event in May, and Volkswagen are there as well, so I'll see what they have in store. And there's a lot of other manufacturers there as well. I'm also curious about Cupra, because I think that could be a little bit of a steal. Actually, I've seen a couple of the Cupra 300 Leons, and I'm sort of like, maybe that's a good route to go down. So yeah, more content to come. Thoughts in the comments. That's the main thing about this video. Let it out in the comments, and we will all go from there.